What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Labyrinth of Grisaia. So the last episode, probably my favorite episode, but in the last episode, the platoon, it was fully set. We met everybody, and they went into battle. And the battles were terrible. They were terrifying, especially for Yuuji because he can't really kill, but he's being forced to kill, and it was crazy. But man, I'm gonna miss these characters that we were introduced to, and I don't know. I don't know what made it so great, that last episode, but if you guys have not seen the last episode, please, for the love of God, watch it. That was just so good. There's so much shit going on. And also the last bit of the last episode. I at least recommend watching that because there's like a little touching part with Millie. And I don't know. I have a feeling that we will see at least Millie again. No one spoil anything for me. I just have a feeling. So we'll jump back into this, and yeah, here we go. My arrival had been sudden. Oh yeah, so Yuuji is coming back. He's coming back to Japan. He is done in America. He has finished his second term. It's time to resume life in Japan and also begin his training to become an agent. So my arrival had been sudden. My departure was equally so. When I went to the airport listed on my orders from Circe, I found a handful of planes standing by to return a number of Japanese workers to their country. Joining the group of workers, I boarded at dusk. After a bit of almost reluctant circling, the plane turned its nose toward Japan and flew off. And soon, on a somewhat blustery day, I made my way back to that mountain, with my face to the wind. Not knowing the purpose of my life or what I could even accomplish with it, I'd set off boldly on an ambitious journey, and in the end, I wasn't bringing anything like an answer home with me. But even so, when I looked back on it now, it hadn't all been terror and pain. Something about the sight of this familiar mountain trail made me feel like my old life was waiting for me here, just as it had been, and I found a small sense of happiness growing inside me. When I reached the cabin, Asuko was sitting on the stairs outside drinking a beer, just like she always did, waiting for me. It's been like, what, 6 episodes or so since we've been dealing with her and JB and basically this life, which that had actually taken up a lot of episodes as well when you think about it, but I guess it's just how the story is. Asuko. Yes, 1 year can really change a man. Nothing had changed. I hadn't been able to change anything about myself, but even so, when I saw Asuko's face and realized she hadn't changed a bit, I felt tears welling up in my eyes. I didn't even know why. I was just so relieved. For some reason, the tears just wouldn't stop. I thought it was impossible for someone like me to live a normal life, no matter how I tried. The biggest problem, of course, was that I didn't know what a normal life even meant. But Asuko was here for me. She waited to welcome me home. Her cooking was as shockingly terrible as ever, but somehow, it was the most delicious garbage I'd ever tasted. These trivial little things were probably what normal was. I finally understood that now. And in this moment I realized for the first time that my life no longer seemed quite so meaningless. Asuko, I...
おいおい泣くなよ。どうした？辛かったか？
Asuko, for the first time in my life, I'm glad to be alive.
よし、久しぶりにセックスするか。
I kind of felt like that was coming up. What the fuck? But I didn't expect that one. Yeah. For 3 days after that, I threw myself at Asuko passionately. Asuko's smell, Asuko's softness, it all filled me with nostalgia, and I drowned myself in it. I realized in those 3 days that normalcy wasn't about your environment, or your circumstances. It was about the people you shared them with. I'd come back home. I'd come back to this woman, to Kusakabe Asuko. All that crap about national defense was nothing more than a facade. The only thing I really wanted to defend was a single person. Hey, Asuko.
Huh?
Aw, damn, dude. They're probably getting it on right now. Is there anything I can do with myself?
なんだってできるさ。
Look, I know this sounds pathetic, but I just don't know how to use the rest of my life. So I'll just give it all to you, Asuko. Ah, fuck, dude. Asuko?
いらねえよ。バカ。
Baka? That's the only Japanese word I know, by the way. I don't know if anyone will ever point that out, but you know, I'll point it out right now. Yeah, that I've been using, like, whenever I hear baka in this, I will also say baka. Or if Yuuji says, like, stupid or idiot or something like that, you know, I will also say baka, because that's the only Japanese word I know. It's probably the easiest. I see. Guess I shouldn't have expected her to spoil me that rotten. She was probably telling me a man should be able to figure out the path he's going to follow for himself. And so I decided to climb the slope known as Ichigaya. Alright. I'd completed my training period in America and gained actual combat experience, but back in Japan, they weren't about to shake my hand and immediately appoint me as an active member of SURS. Japan had its own set of rules, and I couldn't work there until I obtained the necessary qualifications. It's a lot like a driver's license. When you move to a new country, you have to pass that country's tests. In order to obtain my domestic license, I needed to train with a newly formed special ops unit based in Narashino, and earn an evaluation of excellent for my specialized skills.
貴様が海兵隊出身の新人だな。
Sure, Kuwahara. How did you know, sir?
行進の時、手の甲が前を向いている。日本では手の甲は横だ。
Wait, the back of your hand faces forward when you march? Faces to the side? I thought it was supposed to be to the side. Or wait, or was it the other way around? Fuck, I don't know.
というか、話には聞いていたが、本当にガキだな。ガキのくせに嫌な目をしてやがる。
They're the eyes of someone who's killed before, sir.
だろうな。正直俺は、お前のようなやつをうちの連中に混ぜてやるつもりはない。適当にやって適当に出ていけ。適当という言葉の意味は理解しているな。
He's basically telling us not to fuck the students. Sir, yes, sir.
お前は好きにやれ。訓練表は持っているな。今日は A コースだ。かかれ。
Sir, yes, sir. Being neglected completely wasn't so bad. It was a lot less stressful, for one thing. For the most part, I silently carried out my training as directed by the exercise list, recorded my own results, and presented them to the instructor. That said, I couldn't risk getting sloppy just because I wasn't being observed. One day, I looked over to find that Instructor Kuwahara was watching me even as he directed the other trainees who'd been chosen for his team.
風見御所、こっちへ来て手本を見せてやれ。
You got it, Haas, or boss, or captain, or sir. Yes? What do you need, sir?
アメリカ帰りの貴様に一国で完結する戦力を持たなかった我々との違いというやつを見せてもらうじゃないか。武藤、貴様が相手をしてもらえ。はい。
I was familiar with this Muto, who'd responded energetically to the instructor's orders. I'd met him only on my first day in Narashino, and as I was packing my belongings into my locker among the other team members.
なん
Or
だお前
among.
ずいぶんと若いな。どこから来た？
よせ、そいつは外資の人間だ。関わるな。
外資ってなんすかそれ？武藤さん、こいつのこと知ってるんですか？
知らんよ。だが外資ってのは言葉の通りだ。外国資本組織。つまり赤坂の息のかかった人間だ。関わらない方がいい。
Muto is a smart man.
すんません、俺アホなもんで、もう少しわかりやすく。
そいつはな、国籍こそ日本だが、アメリカ中央情報局が現地調達した工作員なんだよ。
マジっすか？なんすかそれ？こいつアメリカのスパイなんすか？
ガキみてえだからって舐めない方がいいぞ。外資に拾われてるってことは、こいつ相当やばいぞ。
やばいって何がっすか？
何人か殺してるんじゃないか。外資に拾われる連中ってのは 元テロリストとか死刑になってもおかしくないような凶悪犯罪者だってのが相場だ。人に向けた銃の引き金を引くときに悩まないやつ、そんなやつを手っ取り早く選ぶとなりゃ、そういう連中を集めるのが一番面倒がないからな。
Well, I understood he hated me. Everyone else had worked their way through an extended curriculum, earned all sorts of qualifications, and endured a harsh gauntlet of selection exams to secure their place here. It can't have been too pleasant to see someone strolling casually through the door with nothing except a bit of practical experience abroad. The instructor probably wanted to throw us against each other in order to establish a clear hierarchy within the unit.
貴様らには模擬格闘戦をやってもらおう。いいか風見、この武藤という男は私が受け持つ班の中でも特に成績が振るっている注目株で、教官の間でも株様として高い評価を得ている。そんなうちの株様とアメリカ帰りの殺人装置、どっちが優秀でどれほどの性能差があるか見せてもらおう。いいな、風見。
So we have to lose? Yes.
おい株様、貴様もいいな。俺に恥をかかせるなよ。バッジ持ちの意地見せてみろ。
I also didn't answer my own question, I was just reading what is said on the screen.
連長、使用する武器は自由。模擬弾の使用を許可する。始め。
Even as the words were leaving our instructor's mouth, Muto reached to his waist, unsheathed a blunt knife with its teeth ground off, and took his stance. There were roughly 3 meters between us. Damn. I clicked my tongue in irritation, resisting the urge to curse out loud. The training dagger we'd been authorized to use wasn't available to me at present. I'd taken my knife off along with my hip bag before going prone for rifle practice. It was still lying in my padded gun case halfway across the yard. Somehow, I doubt they're going to let me run over to get it. When you're on a battlefield, making excuses isn't exactly an option. If this was a simulation of actual combat, the instructor was presumably evaluating our ability to make use of the cards we'd been dealt. This is going to be a little tricky. As someone trained in their usage from a very young age, I knew exactly how dangerous blades could be. They aren't any good outside of their range, but where a bullet follows a straightforward trajectory, a knife comes at you in unpredictable arcs. In close combat, it's hard to overstate how threatening that is. On top of which, my opponent's physique was clearly superior to my own. At a glance, he was probably only 2 or 3 years older than me, but when you're young, that can translate to a truly massive difference in physical strength. I'm going to be at a disadvantage if this drags on too long. I immediately turned my body to hide my dominant right arm behind my torso. Indifferent to my bluff, Muto slid his right foot half a step forward in a kendo-style shuffle step. His breathing was soft and steady. He sees right through me. Well, that's fine. Still keeping my right arm hidden, I took a single large step toward my opponent. As my foot moved forward, I dug my toes into the ground and kicked the sand directly at Muto's face. However, he'd also anticipated the use of dirty tactics from my end. I followed up with the avalanche movement, falling forward while keeping our faces aligned, but Muto was ready for me. Shielding his left eye from the sand with his free hand, he tightened his ice pick grip on his dagger and stabbed it down at my face. Damn it! The avalanche is all about using the perception of distance created by eye contact to close in with deceptive speed. As a result, Muto's dagger came down slightly off target. Its dull blade knocked the cap off my head, dug into my forehead with a solid thunk, and nicked my right ear as it went. A real knife would have cut deeply enough to expose bone, but while cuts to the head do cause copious bleeding, it's rare for them to be fatal. That's no good, Muto-san. You've got to aim for the eyes. Are you holding back because we're training? It's difficult to do things in combat that you've never practiced in training. You're better off trying as many things as possible while you still have the chance to experiment. I reached out quickly towards Muto's face, my left thumb heading straight for his eye. If he didn't evade this, I could jam my thumb into his eye socket, hook it up to grab his skull, and pull him toward me. If he wanted to avoid my thumb, he'd have to jerk his chin upward. What's gonna be, Muto-san? I didn't hear that, but whatever. His chin jerked upward. Probably the right call in terms of avoiding an instant defeat. But what will you do if I pull you? Bringing my right arm out from behind my torso, I wrapped it around Muto's right hand, immobilizing his training dagger. I honestly don't even know what sound I'm supposed to make there, but once I had his arm trapped between my elbow and shoulder, I sharply twisted my upper body to reduce the distance between us. Muto's joints groaned audibly as his arm turned in an unnatural direction, and before he could recover, I grabbed his forehead with my left hand, cutting off his line of sight. Startled by this sudden blindness, Muto recklessly thrust out his left hand. I smashed his extended fingers with a vicious headbutt, then slammed my knee into his flank, using his momentum against him. As my knee pushed up into Muto's side, the air in his lungs forced its way out of his mouth, and he reached out to grab me once again, but his hand found only air. I'd circle behind the opponent without releasing my grip on his face. Throwing him off balance with a sharp kick to the back of his knees, I proceeded to push him down to the ground. Falling while you're blind is terrifying. Your hands reflexively reach out toward the ground. With me riding piggyback, Muto landed heavily on his knees. An instant later, he reached up with his dominant hand to remove my blindfold, but... Hey Muto-san, what happened to your knife? Startled by the words I'd whispered into his ear, Muto groped around blindly for the knife he'd been holding a moment before. By the time that word left his mouth, I was pressing its cold blade against his exposed throat. Sorry about that, Muto-san. Your attitude got on my nerves, so I didn't really go easy on you. Hope your pride wasn't too badly bruised.
うるせえ。よーし、そこまでだ。風見の勝利で無力化完了とする。
So I guess he apparently wasn't supposed to throw it. Instead, he was just supposed to, like, show off, which I guess he did. I'm sorry about that, guys. Just whenever there's, like, combat commentary, that's probably my worst.
この野郎、降りろこら。
You don't know when to give up. Want me to cut you a few new holes?
男同士でいつまでイチャついとるか、バカ者め。
A few more minutes. Ow!
俺が終わりと言ったら終わりだ。さっさと整列せんか。
You don't have to kick me in the ass.
なんだ
Nothing at all, sir.
武藤、貴様もさっさと立て。俺に恥をかかせやがって。腕立て200回。よーい。
200. That is brutal.
風見、ぼさっと見とらんで貴様も200
Ah,
回だ。
fuck.
腕立て200回。よーい。
So, win or lose, I guess we're doing push-ups. Damn it. I won, didn't I? Why did I have to join him? Of course, I knew logic like that wouldn't get me anywhere. When your commander tells you to do something, you do it. Even if it's 10,000 push-ups. When your commander tells you to eat something, you eat it. Even if it happens to be dog shit.
はい、1、2、3。どうした？しっかり顎を地面につけろ。最初からやり直し。はい、1。
Man, the military is just a lovely place. The Japanese instructors always counted with deliberate slowness and set you back to 0 if they didn't approve of your form. In both respects, it was the same way they'd done things in America. On top of that, they developed a few nasty additions to their own, like the "what time is it" trick. Once you got past 100 push-ups or so, the instructor would sometimes ask, "What time is it right now?" to no one in particular. If you're foolish enough to respond 1400 hours, sir, they'll give you a gracious nod of thanks, then resume their count from 14. Wow. I don't think Instructor Kuwahara held a grudge over what happened with Muto, but it felt like he really had it in for me, even after I got through my first 2 weeks and joined the sniper squad. On one occasion, a mean-spirited colleague decided to give me trouble by hiding my target in the middle of a long-range precision shooting exercise. I could understand why the other trainees weren't too fond of my cocky brat of the cocky brat in their midst, but it wasn't much fun having them underestimate me like this. Focusing my scope on my teammate as he tried to sneak away, I took aim at the target he was carrying and fired 3 quick shots. Every one landed dead center. They told me to hit the target, and that's what I did. Unless you want to wet your pants again, you probably shouldn't get too close to my target. My colleague had been taught a bit of a lesson, and I'd gotten to whisper a few cool guy lines to myself. Seemed like a satisfactory conclusion, but... Saw that one coming. A bolt of thunder landed directly on my head, loud enough that I nearly jumped out of my skin. I was given the extremely reasonable punishment of 1 million laps around the grounds. On another occasion, I happened to present a somewhat inaccurate summary of my planned activities during an off day. Then met up with a helicopter pilot who'd offered to tutor me in the art of fine eye control and headed out for a bit of dynamic vision training at the slots. That probably wasn't too bad in itself, but we ended up winning ourselves a decent war chest, and I let the pilot talk me into a midday celebration at a nearby bar, on the theory that it would be fine as long as we don't get caught. Regrettably, things didn't work out that way. This man. While he couldn't administer punishment in the middle of town, Kuwahara promptly dragged me back to base and sentenced me to 100 laps around the grounds and no dinner tonight. Speaking of missed meals, there's another incident that comes to mind. As S trainees, we ate at separate tables in the mess hall, but our meals weren't particularly different from those of the active base personnel, except in terms of quantity. Given our youth and the extreme training we endured on a daily basis, they didn't give us nearly enough to fill our bellies. Hunger is the Ranger's greatest enemy. Was something of a truism there. Those who couldn't keep up their strength ended up failing out of the program. In other words, the no dinner punishment was extremely serious. One day, a few members of my squad received just such a penalty. That night, rubbing our groaning stomachs, we gathered together for a commiseration session? Whatever.
腹減ったな。
なんかなんでもいい。誰か食い物持ってないのか？
ガムならあるけど、こんなのじゃ腹の足しにもならないしな。
なあ、風見よ。こういう時アメリカじゃどうしてたんだ？
Were there times like this? They didn't starve us as punishment over there, but when people woke up hungry in the middle of the night, they'd supposedly sneak out and catch fish from the sea.
魚か。魚ね。
おい、そういえばさ、A 内に池があるよな。
ああ、因数街の空焼きを拾っちまった時に投げ捨てる池な。
あの池にでっかい鯉がいるの知ってるか？
確かにいるな。ってまさかあれを食うのか？
別に誰かが飼ってるわけでなし、バレやしないって。
っていうか食えるのか？風見、お前鯉って食ったことあるか？
Well, no, but I think people make sashimi out of them. Should be edible enough.
Yosh, cool.
Oh, great. It was a tough break for the fish, but by unanimous vote, we resolved to put their protein-filled bodies to use in service of the national interest. After catching quite a few, we grilled them brown using some soy sauce we'd swiped from the mess hall, then messily consigned them to our starving stomachs. General consensus seemed to be they smelled like mud, but they taste decent enough. More importantly, our bellies were pleasantly full for the first time in weeks. But just as we were beginning to joke about wanting a little dessert, Instructor Kuwahara arrived on the scene with impeccable timing. Apparently, eating fish from the pond was a step too far. Not only was Kuwahara furious with us, he reported my behavior to Akasaka, earning my unfortunate case officer a dressing down of her own. Later on, the shaggy-headed woman in question would call me in for a highly tedious sermon. But in the short term, my punishment was all-night water duty.
やしくも貴様らも隊員ならば水の大切さは身に染みて分かっていることだろう。負傷流血した戦傷者は猛烈な喉の渇きを訴えながら死んでいく。水の一杯は血の一杯だ。
We were standing in a row along the corridor of our barracks. Expounding on his somewhat confusing theory, Kuwahara walked slowly down the line, placing a glass of water on each of our heads.
こらえ性のない貴様らにこれより試練を与える。これより朝まで 頭上のコップの水を一滴もこぼすことは許さん。もし一滴でもこぼせばさらに厳しい罰則が待ち受けていることを覚悟しろ。レンジャー。
Having concluded his remarks, Instructor Kuwahara promptly returned to his quarters.
なんてこった。これは地味にきついぞ。
Yeah, so let's
少し
talk.
でも動けば水がこぼれちまう。
Let's talk and make it more possible that it would actually spill.
あまり喋らない方がいいぞ。
Team member B is smart as he talks.
しかし朝までこれはさすがにしんどい。
You guys sure are taking this seriously. That's Japanese people for you, I guess.
何？
As a matter of fact, I'd once received the exact same punishment in America. It's a test of your ability to think flexibly more than anything else. I'm gonna go get some shut-eye, guys. What? With a sidelong glance at my squad mates, all of whom were holding still as statues. I took the glass from my head, gulped down the water without spilling a drop, then headed back to my quarters.
あいつ水飲んじまったぞ。
バカなやつめ。あいつ一人で追加罰則者だ。
いや待て、これって連帯責任じゃないのか。どうせ罰を受けるならさっさと水を諦めて罰に備えて寝ちまった方が利口なのか。
バカな。あいつ一人の身勝手のために俺たち全員がまた罰則を食らうってのか。
ありえるぞ。俺らも飲んじまうか。
やめとけよ。もしあいつが間違ってたらどうする気だ。
貴様ら何をごちゃごちゃくっちゃべっとるか。
Man, Kuwahara is one ass.
レンジャー。
風見はどうした。どこへ行ったか。
風見は自分たちが止める間もなく頭上の水を全部飲み干し、さっさと教室に戻ってしまいました。レンジャー。
なんだと。あの野郎。あのバカ野郎が。
I do not follow.
何がおかしいのでありますか。
これが笑わずにいられるか。貴様らも笑
え. God damn it. Have to keep your eye on that one. Too clever for his own good. Kid's a bit of a flake. These were just a few of the rave reviews I earned from my instructors during my training period in Japan. But among the officers on that base, I do think Kuwahara was keeping a particularly close eye on me. A little later on, when everyone was going out for a nice picnic in the mountains, the two of us ended up having
く
words.
そ、また缶飯かよ。年度末になると飯がまずくなるのは特殊部隊も一緒なんすかね。
うまいもんが食いたきゃ潜水艦にでも乗れよ。あいつらは俺たちの中じゃ一番いいもん食ってんぞ。
アメリカさんは何食ってんすかね。
見てみろよ、あいついっつも豆ばっか食ってやがる。
うまそうじゃないすか。
缶詰だぞ。あいつらの本国じゃ豚の餌って呼ばれてるらしい。
貴様らぐちゃぐちゃ喋っとらんでさっさと飯を食わんか。古来より早がけ早飯早ぐそと言ってたな。素早く飯を食うのも能力として評価されるものなのだ。食える時に食わんやつはクズだ。さっさと食え。レンジャー。そして風見よ、お前はなんて顔して飯を食ってやがる。それが飯を食う時の顔か。まるで砂漠で砂を食ってるみたいな顔じゃないか。
Good way of actually putting that. Sorry about that, sir.
まあいい。そんなことよりこの機会に貴様に聞いておきたいことがある。
Ooh. What would that be?
おい貴様、なんでこんなとこに来たんだ。
I may be American capital, but I'm still a part of this company. I'm obligated to participate in training.
そういうことを言ってるんじゃない。俺が聞きたいのはなんでアメリカに拾われたんだってそう聞いてんだよ。
The same as you or anyone here, sir. I didn't have anywhere else to go, and I wasn't cut out for any other line of work. That's all there is to it.
お前と一緒にしてほしくはないな。お前はシャバで何かやらかして、それで軍に放り込まれたんだろう？何をやらかした？正直に言え。
I'm sorry, sir, but why do you need to know that?
別にお前に興味があるわけじゃない。ただな、お前の存在を恐怖として受け止めてる奴がいるのも事実だ。お前がぶっ飛ばした武藤ってやつを覚えてるか？
Of course. Yes.
あいつは陰でお前のことを殺人鬼だと噂している。もう箝口令でどうにかなる問題じゃない。俺は教官としてお前がどんなやつでどう対処すべきか考える義務がある。いいから教えろ。
I killed my father and my mother.
そうか。
That was all Instructor Kuwahara said in reply, and after that day, he stopped aggressively finding fault with everything I did. Maybe it was out of sympathy, maybe it was out of fear. Either way, it was convenient enough for me. I can't say I missed having an intimidating instructor breathing down my neck. Ooh, back at Ichigaya.
そんなことがあったんだ。知らなかったわ。
Not sure if we should stop it here or after we've talked about... Oh, you know what? We'll do this and then we'll end it.
もちろん当時の報告書は読んでいたし、桑原兄からの報告を読むと、あなたのこと相当に評価していたように思えるけど。
Well, you remember when I did my musical number at the inn in Gifu when we were field testing the new gear?
ああ、なんだっけ？大マカロフ？
Right. After that incident, Instructor Kuwahara started to be a lot more accommodating towards me.
彼、あなたのことをかなり気に入ってたみたいね。教育課程が終了したら、このままうちの特作軍に預けろって何度も申し出てきたわ。
Yeah, I'm aware. I ran into him in the mess hall on my way over here, and he tried to recruit me again. Wait, was that him? I'm gonna have to look back at like the first episode.
国内外を問わず、治安維持活動以外でも即応可能な最小戦闘単位。それがあなた、I9029なのよ。ちょっとよそには譲れないほどお金もかけちゃったしね。
Don't worry, I turned him down.
あなた自身が行きたいっていうのなら、時間はかかるけど、転属できないわけじゃないのよ。
Not exactly sure why Yuuji would want to do that at this point. That's alright. I'm fine with things as they are. Anyway, if I'd accepted Kuwahara-san's invitation back then, who knows what would have happened to Chizuru?
ああ、まあ確かに。そういう意味では、あなたが SARS を選んだのは正解だったのかもね。
Well, I wasn't a formal member of CERS at the time. Oh. This sounds like a fantastic, next chapter or whatever, but I guess we'll leave it there with the siren blaring. We're 80% done! Oh my god! We are almost done with this with this route. Oh shit, we advanced 2 Cocoon of Caprices. Well, I guess that'll be it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll keep this short because of the siren. If you enjoyed, like. If you want to see more, subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time for more of the Labyrinth of Grisaia.